This one's called 2 Miles. Martha, Hannah, and I stop at Muskrat Creek, between her place and ours, to watch the young Shetland pony that's as brown and shaggy as a bear, and that stares at us with questions rolling like waves in the heavy black sea of its eyes. I walk 2 miles in the morning and 2 miles in the afternoon, Martha says, and that's all the exercise I get. Number 28. Her face. Martha Hannah, as tall as I am, body as straight as a stick of celery, nose like a radish, small and round, but not red. Road map of Macon County plotted in the lines of her face. Number 29. We stop to laugh at a skinny white calf that seems to be held up on his feet by hooks and hoists. Martha's laugh is as sharp as a pickled onion. One long gray braid, as coarse as the hair on a horse's neck, hangs halfway down Martha's back against her plaid red flannel shirt. Next one, number 30, the tight turn. We round the tight turn by Frank Killian's unnamed brook and start up the rise to his first hay barn. There we stop at a set of heavy hoof prints struck into the soft edge of the brown dirt road. I hope that bull ain't out, Martha says. She cackles and snorts. Her feelings are as open as a hand of playing cards flung face up on a kitchen table. Next one, number 31. Hurry away. We stop to count Frank's 14 new calves, spread out with their mothers across the hilly green pastures. On the way back we stop again, when the sun wins its quarrel with the clouds, to see how a dozen mists topple from a dozen mountains, and then we hurry away home. Next item, number 32, orphan calf. This is March 5th. The front 15 feet of Frank Killian's yard is full of daffodils coming up through the grass. As Jerry and I were passing, Frank came walking through his daffodils. He was wearing leather work boots and clean green work pants, and a clean striped dress shirt that was brown on the front, as though he'd been leaning against a muddy cow. He was carrying a 2-quart plastic bottle with a long nipple on the end. I'm raising an orphan calf, he told us. And we went to see. I held the bottle while Frank untied the black rope that held the gate to the pen shut. The milk was warm. She'll get a bottle 3 times a day for 38 days, Frank told us. He held the bottle through the slats, and the black calf buttered her head against the nipple and began to suck. This is milk replacer, Frank said. If it was real milk, she'd be wagging her tail. Number 33, March 5th still. Pulled one, it's called. How many calves you got now, he asked. 31. We pulled one yesterday with the truck. You'd think that would hurt the cow, but she's fine. I hope to get 20 more calves. But if a cow has a baby today, she'll have to do it by herself. There's no one around to help me again. What do you do with the calves? Jerry asked. Sell them in the fall in Asheville. They get raised for beef. Some get shipped west to the Corn Belt. I said, I haven't seen your bulls these past few days. Frank said, the black one is still in the bull pasture. That one's not mine. The other 2 are in with the cows. The one with the white on it is still young, he said, and doesn't know what to do yet with the cows. Number 34, squealing. Do you keep any animals in the back of the shed where you keep your tractor? I asked. I heard squealing there a couple of days ago." "That'd be the groundhogs," he said. We left Frank, and then we saw a big groundhog sticking up out of a hole by the tractor shed, watching us with its little round black eyes as we went by. Number 35, a drive. This is January, February, March, April the 1st. We're going to the Great Smoky Mountains. We pass Tuskegee and Tuckasegee, Chattahoochee, Chilhowie, Chattooga and Cowie, Appalachia, Chihuahua, Sant'Litla, and Iota. Don't ask me how you say those names, I haven't a clue. We're having a drive today. Highway 28 goes up and around and down and around. Lots of redbud trees in bloom. Around and around, brakes on, and around the other way. We're having a drive today. A thin old mountain man stands by the side of the road with his hands in his pockets and the knees of his black pants bent like a half-closed jackknife. Half a cigarette hangs over his grizzled chin. He gives us a nod with a gummy smile. We give him a wave. We're having a drive today. Number 36. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. Squashy and squishy is the slick red clay under the soles of my brown rubber boots as I dig the hole for the new peach tree. Crinkly and prickly are the wild blackberries I've been moving from the ditch to my bramble patch on the hill. Fuzzy are the 27 new chicks in the cardboard box on the kitchen counter, and they're as yellow as corn on the cob. Bumpy are the hills all around us that are bursting into green. My heart is full when I come in out of the soft spring rain with my hair wet, into my warm kitchen and the grainy smell of my bread in the oven. Number 37, The Roadman, March, April 28th. Is this a rumble of thunder I'm hearing? There are no wet rivulets running down my window pane. Oh, I see. It's the roar of the roadman coming, with his cutter blade on the long elbow arm. Why is he back so soon? Is it the crimson clover he's after on the narrow grassy shoulder? Surely he's not going to trim up my thorny bank again. Just last evening, Jerry and I dug 78 whips of Rose of Sharon into the brink of the bank. And that's where the wild honeysuckle vines from the side of the bank are curling up the longest. The roadmen here are insane. They love to shave the honeysuckle back to the roots. If this fellow does as neat a job as the last one did, it's goodbye Rose of Sharon hedge. Excuse me, I'm pulling on my green sweater. I have to run out and see if I can wave the roadman off. Oh, it was great fun. Number 38, a wet day. It was a wet day, and the temperature was mild. I was down in the road ditch, digging periwinkle to move up around the house. Grandpa Turnquist came shuffling by, taking his short, tottery steps, balancing himself on his cherrywood staff. Kurt McCall, across the road, was separating his Shetland pony colt from its mare. I saw him drive the long blue horse trailer up behind the house, and then I heard the shrill whinnies, one in higher pitch than the other. With something else here about the young colt, but I better stop and put it on the next cut, because we're getting up close to 10 minutes. I'll be back. Let's press this yellow button right here.